everyone, emmy-lou here. Today I want to show you how to do a Banksy style piece of graffiti on a wall. I think it would look really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the wall and then I'm going to do Banksy. So you're just going to create the writing, it will look awesome. All you're going to need is a piece of paper, a landscape. You're going to need a pencil and watery paint. I've got ink, but you need kind of watery paint, it'll be fine, but we'll do it as we go along. So like, subscribe and share, and let's go. So what we're going to do is first create the wall. So super easy. Make it nice and big if you can. It doesn't even have to be that straight. If you think about a wall, it's just not that straight, is it? So now we're going to do the grout in between. It reminds me of a cake and you've got the filling. The grout in the brick, I think it's grout. It might be called something else, the brick and mortar. I don't know, either way, it's the squidgy bit in the brick. Okay, now can you see I'm not doing it that neat, and that is okay. Now you want to do this. 1, 2. And then what you want to do, you don't want to match them up, you want to do them in between. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. And then you can just repeat that one. And then you can repeat that one. Oh, I'm getting a bit confused. Okay, so that's pretty much my brick wall, but we're going to make this nice and chunky. It just reminds me of a cake. I don't know why. I was watching this program about how to make cakes and decorate them, and I just thought, oh, it looks so much fun. Okay, so there's your brick wall. We can obviously decorate it and make it look amazing. I think I wouldn't mind doing that now. Should we do that now? Shall we do it now? No, I think we'll do it later. I'm just thinking, what I want to do is write Banksy over the brick wall. So don't worry if you've got the brick wall and you're thinking, how do I do that? Because you'll still see it. The writing's going to be quite dark, and because it is graffiti, you want it to show the brick wall through it a little bit. So first we're going to do a big B for Banksy. So this is a really good opportunity to just be a bit silly with it. Like, you don't want to be super correct, you want to just be like, you can just do it all wobbly. You can make this look 3D by doing that line on there, and then that line here, and then you can do a little line there. So ultimately you're making this B look like it's 3D. So if you're not quite sure, just pause the video and do it again. So there's my B. Then I want to overlap the A. So I'm going to make this A kick out. So it looks kind of funky. And because it's behind the B, I float, 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 draw an end, and then go up. You can't see all the A. Just going to do that. And then we want to make this look 3D as well. So we're going to go... Doesn't really matter where you put it because it is graffiti for me, as in it doesn't matter. So just think B, A, the next letter's N. Kind of want to do the N squish, like behind. So we're going to do an N. Whoa. I can't think how to do the N. It might not look like an N, might it? Just wondering what might... Let's do it 3D, so it's a bit helpful. Quite like the fact it doesn't look completely like an N, if I'm honest. I don't know why. Kind of makes it look more quirky and weird. And then we want a K. Whoa, you can be really super, like, cool with this. Then we're going to do it. There we go. So this is bank. So think about a bank, as in when you go past a bank and you pay money into it and things. It's bank, and then it's a C, Banksy. So we're going to do an S. I want to do the S like behind everything, because you don't need to show the whole S. See, I've done it like bubble and graffiti. Quite like the S actually. And then the Y. Now I want to do the Y up here. And it's going to be like a fun Y. Ooh. So you can create, do you know what? You don't have to do it like me. You could just create a really funky bubble writing look. Now here I want to do a splodge. So I'm just going to go because it's an ink splodge. I did a video about ink splodges. And then we're going to just do a little bit of ink there. So this is all the drawing you need to do. I did that quite quick, so if you want to just pause the video now, catch up, take your time, make it look cool. Just realise I've got to do that chunky, haven't I? Banksy was an artist who no one really knows who he is. No one's ever caught him doing his artwork. He does it all over London. I think he does it in other countries as well, but he puts all of his designs on walls. He's not really supposed to, but he's regarded now as a really well-known artist, so we're not allowed to sort of take off his artwork or paint over it, because before the council used to do that, but now they've got to keep it up there as a piece of artwork. So all you're going to need now, I think, is, let's do, shall we do chalk? I like the idea of paint. Should we just do chalk for now? Because chalk might be quite a cool one to try out. Okay, so these are my chalks. Ta-da! You can have any chalks, doesn't have to be these. And I want to think about my brick wall. So I would say I'd probably do that first. So brick wall to me is probably lighter in between here. And I would probably say, so all the filling, let's say filling, because I'm hungry, it reminds me of a cake. Anywhere where the words aren't. Oh man, I always drop my pastel. So if you can see the word, do not colour it in. It's quite tricky to see because you can get a bit confused. But it's okay, you'll understand as you go along, I think. It takes a bit of time. So that's all I can see of my brick wall, because all the writing is going to be coloured. So now I'm going to go around each brick. Might take a bit of time actually. I think I've just inhaled a bit of chalk. Be super careful because the chalk's quite crumbly. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going around each brick where the words aren't. Take your time, because this is quite a big project. I thought it would be quite quick, but no. It's quite nice though if you take your time, because it looks better. And if you're not sure, like where the gaps are, just don't colour it in till the end. As in, don't colour the brick wall until you've done the words. So if it's easier to do the words first, do the words. So you can do different colours. I'll just do the brick wall just so you can see where I'm going with this. Okay. Woo! There's my brick wall. So I'd get one finger and I'd smudge each individual brick. I'm going to do it with 2 fingers just because I've got a lot to do, but if you can do 1 finger it looks nicer. It's okay if you smudge it, like if you go by accident over things, it's okay. Okay, so that's roughly my brick wall. If I've got any gaps, then I can go over those, because I've realised that is not supposed to be there, but it's okay. I think we might be better off doing the words first in some ways. So if you've done the brick wall and you've made mistakes, don't worry, because we're going to go over the words nice and colourful. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to do, what should we do, red? I like the colour of this, let's do this. So I'm just going to choose some really exciting colours as well. So if you're doing, it's okay to see the pencil line as well, but if you're doing a bright colour, it looks really cool. Now, when I go around the word, I just go around like that, quite chunky, and then I just smudge, or blend, should I say. It's okay that you can see the pencil lines through, it looks kind of more real. And then what's the closest colour to this? Because I would say it's like a super dark red, so that means I would do dark red, but I want to show you something. I want to do it so you've got white bits like that to make it look kind of cool, because it wants to look a bit shiny, if you can, like shiny kind of. Can you see? So you want to kind of create that effect. Once you've finished it, you can get a black watercolour paint and just go around the edges. I'll try and do it maybe. So I quite like the idea of doing different colours, like similar but different. So I quite like, I'm just going around the edge quite loosely. And I would say that would be, I think this would look quite nice in paint for sure. So if you're not quite sure about doing pastel, you could try another one in paint. And you don't have to write Banksy, you could write your name, that would be really, really nice. I'm just getting my one finger to smooth it over. Now, let's do a yellow. I'm going to do it here. Kind of like an orangey yellow. Okay. And then what can I do close to that? I'd say kind of like a red again. Obviously you can take your time on this, make sure it looks amazing, because I'm just doing it really fast so I can show you what you want it to look like. Okay, now what are we missing? What colour? I like the idea of green. I'll do a light green. A light green. And then, oh, it's a blue I've got. I would then get a dark green. I think when it comes to those little bits there, you want to take your time, because I've super rushed it and kind of smudged it a bit, which isn't ideal, is it? Is it? And then we're going to have a blue S. It's quite nice to have a real bright picture. I think Banksy will be proud of me. I'm sure. The thing we do know is he's British. At least we know a little bit about him. It's really cool because when you're in London and you see some of his work on the wall, it's really good. It's like, it feels really, really awesome. Like, I love it. Red and yellow and pink. What should we do next? Oh, I might do like, we haven't really done yellow, have we? Nah. Pink? No. I don't know, you know. I might do this colour because it's kind of funky. It's like a fluorescent orange. kind of colouring the whole thing in now. And then as a background, like as the edge. Oh, you could really do some nice like lines on this. Just going to do that because I need to make sure I show you roughly what I'm doing without it taking too long for you. So this would be a really good project for a homework if you're looking at an artist, because it's in that style. You can maybe use one of my videos to copy one of his artwork as well. So that's roughly what you're going for. Now you want to outline things, so I'm just going to get some black paint. So have a look for some black paint. If you don't have black paint, I would say maybe like a watercolour pencil might be nice. I'm just wondering where I've put my black paint. I think it's in the car, unfortunately, because I did a workshop. Right, so the good thing about this now, I've got a straw, but you don't really need it. But if you want to do, say for example, you've really got a lot of splodgy paint, it's super watery. I don't know if I can show you on this because, you know, it's hard to, yeah, I probably can actually. I'm going to make it super wet, but because it's upright it might dribble. But let's just see. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. So you want to do, gosh, it's already dry. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but you have to go right near it and go, you've got to blow out. So give that a go because it's such fun. It really is. If you don't want to do that because you're thinking, oh, it's a bit messy or I'm not sure, you can just paint it on. It doesn't have to be blown. But there's something quite fun about blowing the paint because it goes everywhere and it's kind of cool. And then you can outline stuff. So I've got a paintbrush, I've got black. Because you're using chalk, you can't use yeah, it dries out quite a lot as well, so you just got to keep dipping it in the black. But because it's chalk, you can't use a felt tip because it will ruin the chalk, ruin the felt tip. So I'm going to do this quite loosely, but can you see, once it's covered in black, it kind of looks quite cool. You just got to keep dipping it in the black though. And if it drips or goes everywhere, it's not necessarily an issue, is it? Because it can look quite cool. Try not to get too messy because that's what I'm getting. But it's good practice because the more you do this type of thing with a brush, the more you get accurate with your handwriting. It's like it trains you to be more neat when you write. Nearly there, we're nearly there, guys. You take your time with this because if you put the effort in, it will look really, really nice. Like I rushed mine a little bit, but it was just to show you. Can you see how the black really makes it look quite cool, quite funky? And you can outline, I don't know if I would actually, but you can outline the bricks if it doesn't show up that much. It's up to you. Or you can get things to drip. You can drip the black bits at the bottom if you like. So you just have a go and experiment. This doesn't even have to be a finished piece of work. This could just be like an experiment thing that you do on your page. You could even go round all the letters. Like you could do this. You could put quite a lot of watery black there. Get a straw if you wanted to. Can you see that? And just blend it all in. I don't know if you can see that. But it looks really, really cool like that. So just give it a go. Just have some fun with this and give it a go and let me know what you do, and I shall see you soon.